Comfort and distraction is a very small whisper in the back of your head, and a lot of us are far too kind to ourselves. A lot of us will convince ourselves, I didn't have a good night's sleep, so I'll sleep in. You know what? What's one drink gonna do? What's one night out gonna do? What's one takeaway gonna do? Most of you are too distracted with Netflix, gaming, Disney Plus, alcohol, food, whatever. And it's keeping you stuck. You're in a trap. You are literally in a trap of comfort, which is hard to get out of. You know it's not right, but you don't know what good could look like. You don't know how good your life could be. You don't know how good you could feel, how good you can show up to your work, to your friends, to your relationships, show up for yourself. You don't know how confident you could be. All of these things are just leaving you stuck in a place of going back to comfort because you don't have that vision of how good life could actually be if you simply just stuck to it. So, step one, I want you to right now ask yourself, where do you want to be? Like, not just that generic blank slate term of, I want to be fit, I want to get to the gym, like basic stuff. I want you to paint a picture. How do you look? How do you live? What is your routine? What type of people do you see? How do you walk into a room? How do you talk? What clothes are on your back? When you take off those clothes, what do you look like in the mirror? All of it. Get really, really specific. Not just, I need to lose a couple of stone in the next 6 months. Think long term. What's the actual vision? Where do you want to be? Because I started working out when I was 16. I'm now about to turn 25, and I'm still not where I wanted to be when I started. I want to be as big as possible. When I first started, I was shooting for the moon. And have I probably overachieved? Yeah. Have I, would a 16-year-old version of me believe that this is what I look like now? 2 weeks out from my first bodybuilding show? No, he probably wouldn't, but he wanted to. He wanted it really badly. And because I knew it wasn't a short-term goal, I knew it was going to be something that I had to commit my lifestyle to, I've now been doing it for coming up in a decade. And it's only allowed me to see further progress. Every single month, every single year, rinsing, repeating, living the lifestyle. Because my goal wasn't just small. My goal was astronomical. And I had to live up to that astronomical goal by being something special, by living in alignment with that goal. That is how you achieve it. If you only know the bad and you don't know the good, you are going to get lost. You're going to give up. It's like starting a car journey, jumping in your car, turning on the engine, starting to drive, and not knowing where your destination is. You're just going to be driving around, and you're probably going to get fed up at some point, turn around and go back home, right? But if you know exactly where you need to be, you know the vision is so crystal clear. You know exactly what steps you can take to get there. Your goal needs to be crystal clear, and you need to believe that you can achieve it. If not, doubt, distraction, and comfort will all sneak in, will all be a whisper in the back of your head, and they will pull you off the path of actually ever achieving it. See, that is why I made the built, not born blueprint. Because we have to be built. We have to spend time identifying our vision and becoming the new identity to actually achieve that vision. It's not just sets and reps and macros. It is changing who you are, being crystal clear on your identity so that you can build the structure, so that you can build the physique, so that you can build the mindset, so that you can build the lifestyle, and obviously the nutrition to support that. But this system keeps you moving forward. When motivation disappears, because it will. It for sure will. So, get crystal clear. There's a couple of ways that I really like to do that. One is just write it down. Like, write down where you want to see yourself. Another one that is probably like people see as cringy, but I think is incredibly beneficial, is like visualizing it through a vision board. Like putting everything on a vision board that you want. The property you own, the watches, like as much detail as you can put in. As much detail. Because that then gives you a wee bit of a vision, and then you can start digesting that information and writing it down and getting a wee bit more clear, getting a wee bit more in touch with the actual goal, with where you want to see your life. Not just this year, not just next year, but where do you want to see your life turn out? We're not just here to work. We're here to enjoy life, to accomplish things, to be successful, to enjoy life. So how do you want to be enjoying life? How do you want it to be? So do that. Like, just take that further step. Instead of just thinking about it, put it down on paper or put it into a visualization. For that, I definitely recommend. I do that quite a lot with my clients because it really does help build that identity so that you can then build the system around it. It guarantees you moving forward towards that daily. Again, if you don't know what that is, you don't know what steps to take, and then you start self-sabotaging. So you need to make sure that your vision is one that raises your standards. Your vision is one that you have to level up to be. That is scary, that is daunting, that you have to completely shift towards. You cannot have an environment where your standards pull you down. Your friends, your lifestyle, your addictions, whether it's drinking, drugs, or jacking off, you can't have those. Those are your enemies. You need to defeat those. You need to replace those with good habits that get you towards that vision. Bad, good. Make sure you know exactly where you're at, where you want to be. But just trying to get crystal clear on that, I think really, really does matter quite a lot. So either you stay in a loop of self-sabotaging yourself, staying stuck, staying exactly where you are, or you choose to build a vision and then start building that identity around the vision. It really is that simple. And if you're ready to do that, I'm ready to help you out. I'm more than happy to give you a bit of a framework, to give you a guide, to make sure that you're actually getting there, to work with you. If you're interested, the link is down below, working one-to-one with me, or just message me if you need some help doing this, right? It's super effective. It changed my life. It's changed many of my clients' lives. And if you are someone that's in a stop-start cycle, this is exactly why. I hear no one else speaking about it, but it's so obvious. So make sure you know where you're starting, where you're ending, where your A, where your B is, right? Peace out. Have a phenomenal day. Get crystal clear on those goals.